TMC minister. Now remember, we're talking about TMC Neta Moloy Ghatak, whose premises were being searched, whose Asansol residence was being searched by an 8-member CBI team, and more news coming in. Source-based information suggesting, as per CBI sources, a handbook was found in the possession of Alok Majhi, in which there is list of businessmen and leaders, also ministers whom money had been paid to, and according to sources, his name too was mentioned there. So we're talking about Moloy Ghatak, the TMC law minister, whose name surfaced in this very diary, the diary that has been recovered by the CBI, and CBI sources putting out that those details. Let me go across to Tanushri, as this is a big breakthrough, as searches were being carried out at the Asansol residence of Ghatak. What more can you tell us, Tanushri, with regards to the latest details emerging?
Well, as we know, the searches are being carried out in 7 places, 3 residences of Moloy Ghatak in Asansol, and also in Kolkata, 4 residences, 2 houses, 2 flats, and the residence of a businessman. Over there, raids are being carried out currently. The CBI, according to CBI sources, nobody is being questioned or interrogated, not even Moloy Ghatak's wife. She has been asked to stay in one room and wait over there till the searches are being carried out, but no questioning or interrogation is happening. Also, what we are getting to know from CBI sources is that a handbook had been found from Alok Majhi, and there was a list of businessmen and influential leaders, political leaders, who had been paid a certain amount of money, and Moloy Ghatak's name, according to CBI sources, feature in that hand diary, which inside the CBI is looking in for documents, if they can find any documents related to coal scam in any of his residence. That is why the searches are going on. Back to studio.
All right, already we have the central agencies' heat on several other TMC netas as well. This is certainly more trouble mounting for the TMC, and answers that must be put out in public domain now, Tanushri. But with regards to this particular notebook that has been found from the possession of Alok Majhi, what can you tell us? Because in total we are being told that 4 places were being searched in Calcutta, 2 in Asansol, including the residence, the Asansol residence of Mr. Ghatak. So with regards to this very notebook, what is it that the CBI found, and where is it that they recovered this very notebook?
This notebook was recovered from Alok Majhi as Lala. He was the main person in the coal scam, the main accused, and this notebook was recovered from him, which is why it has been seen that certain leaders' names, certain businessmen's names have been mentioned. Today also raid is being carried out in a businessman's residence in Kolkata itself, in Alipur. So those places are being raided whose names have come up, and which is why the searches are being carried out in Law Minister Moloy Ghatak's residences also. And this diary, according to the CBI sources, play a very crucial role, because from these diaries the CBI can find out are being able to find out the links. That is what the CBI sources are saying. We've seen that Moloy Ghatak has been evading the ED the summons, and he has not been appearing for the ED summons in the coal scam case. But now the CBI heat is also on Moloy Ghatak.
All right. So yes, after having skipped several ED summons, CBI heat mounting on Moloy Ghatak. But Tanushri, to put this in perspective, with regards to the ongoing investigation by the central agencies in the coal scam case in West Bengal, take us through the timeline essentially, and when is it that the Enforcement Directorate first stepped in, issued summons to Mr. Ghatak, followed by the CBI upping its investigation against the minister?
Well, certainly when the coal scam had come into light, and the Alok Majhi, he had been arrested. After that point, there were several witness statements that were taken. There were coal mafias who were being questioned, and through that, several names have come up. We've seen that Trinamool Congress MP from Diamond Harbour and National General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee's name, his family, his wife's name, Rujira Banerjee, his sister-in-law Menaka Gambhir, her in-laws, all their names had come up, which is why what had happened was that the ED had stepped in a money laundering case in the coal scam, because thousands of crores is involved in this. That is what the central agencies believe. And therefore, Abhishek Banerjee's wife, Ruchira Banerjee, had been questioned, because it was seen that crores of money had been transferred from into her account, the accounts which were in Thailand and Singapore. And when Ruchira Banerjee, according to ED sources, was questioned, she had claimed that she had no knowledge about these accounts, whereas these accounts had crores of money in it. And the ED sources believe that some of the money may have been going into the party fund. Therefore, they were trying to look into that link also. But certainly that is when the entire process has started, the investigation process. And as we are getting to know from ED sources, from CBI sources, there were questions being raised about which leaders were involved. And from the diary, according to CBI sources, they had found a link with Moloy Ghatak. The Enforcement Directorate had also found a link, which is why the Enforcement Directorate had been summoning Moloy Ghatak to Delhi for questioning, but he had not appeared. He was giving one excuse after another for not appearing, and now the CBI has gone to search his residences in Asansol and Kolkata.